warm welcome to Happy Hands Knitting Podcast. My name is Nadine and I'm coming to you from northern New South Wales in Australia, and I'm originally from Montreal, Canada. It's a little bit overcast today, so hopefully the lighting is okay. Like I said, this is a knitting podcast, so today I'm going to be chatting about some knitting. Mainly, he's back. I don't know if you've seen that a funny meme that goes around with Mariah Carey where she's thawing from a chunk of ice. So I like to think of this time of year as Stephen West mystery, no, he does, I know he does patterns all throughout the year, but the mystery knit along that comes out this time of year, I imagine him coming out of a piece of ice, like Mariah Carey, with her famous Christmas song, All I Want for Christmas Is You. I think that's what it is. Anyway, so yeah, I'm going to chat a little bit about the mystery knit along by West Knits. Today, I'm going to chat about my work in progress, which is a pullover. I'm going to chat about a new sock cast on and a free sewing pattern that I just found out about. I'm going to share a bit about that with you. And yes, I will be participating in the mystery knit along this year for the second time. So just maybe about an hour ago, my yarn arrived in the mail. So I'm going to be showing you that as well. Okay, so today, in honor of the special time of year, I am wearing my mystery knit along from a couple of years ago called Shawlography. This is actually the only other Stephen West pattern full stop that I've knit. Never mind mystery knit along. This is the only Stephen West pattern that I've knit so far. And let's see. So yeah, Shawlography from a couple of years ago. And I used the unicorn yarn from Coopey. I loved making this. It was super fun. The only thing I would say that I'm not a big fan of is my color choice. It's kind of giving Halloween with the black and the orange that was in this multicolored skein. So I'll just pull it out, which means I don't really wear it because it doesn't really go with much. It does actually go a little bit with this dress that I'm wearing. This is a dress that I dyed last week that I shared about on last week's video. Using an acid dye. It was a jump linen dress that was already kind of like a bubblegum pink, and I kind of darkened the color a little bit. And yeah, it actually goes with this. Who knew? But yeah, my mom loved it so much that she asked for one. So straight after I finished knitting this, I casted on another one for her, and I much prefer her colors. Hopefully I can put a picture here. I think last time I visited her, I took a little picture or video of her shawl, and hers have a lot of the same colors, but not this orange color. And she has kind of like a dark magenta, and hers looks so beautiful when she wears it with a black coat. It looks so stylish. So yeah, hopefully my colors this year will be better. I'll show you them after. What else about this? I think as I was knitting it, this little beginning bit, I think I changed the colors to be, symmetrical, or if you can see. So it's kind of like a mirror image. And then when we got to the bottom, you have these stripes going across, and I kind of made the mirror image as well. Yeah, so I just kind of split it down the front, and I think I accomplished that by, I knit all the way to the middle, and then I went onto this side, and then I knit kind of coming this way, and then there was a little bit of funky figuring out to do to get that little triangle there. But yes, this is her, this is she, the Shawlography. And what really made me want to make this, because like I said, I had never made one before, was that amazing video that he shared when he made, when he designed the Shawlography. He made that amazing video with dancing, and both of my girls dance. Not only my oldest girl doesn't dance anymore, but my youngest is really passionate about dancing, and she's probably, 99% going to become a professional dancer. So I just loved the video that he made to promote it, and it sucked me in. And then, yeah, like I said, I had a lot of fun knitting it, but I think because I didn't really wear it for the next couple of years, I decided not to do it. And then this year, I don't know if you've seen it, but it's called the MusiKAL. So music, M-U-S-I-Kal, like knit along, K-A-L. And he did this amazing like musical theater performance song piece that, and there, you know, someone was playing the piano and Stephen had made this beautiful song that was giving me mega show tunes vibes. And I also love musical theater. My daughters also do musical theater, so I was sucked in once again. So here we go, Stephen West Mystery Knit Along number 2. I guess I may as well show you the yarn now that I'm talking about it. Okay, so you need to have 4 100-gram skeins of yarn, and if you want, you can have some mohair. I do have actually some mohair that might go with it. I'm not sure. I've never, well, never. I didn't use mohair in this one. But here is my yarn. So my yarn is called Aspen, and it's from Wild Earth Yarns from New Zealand. So also I'm knitting a pair of socks in Wild Earth yarn, but a different blend of wool. And yeah, it was suggested to me by a lovely viewer, and she sent me that skein actually that I dyed. So it's from New Zealand, like I said, and this one is called Aspen. I just realized, you guys, that this is 8-ply. That's 4-ply. Oh, 4-ply. 4-ply. Somehow one of my colors is 8-ply. I'm gonna have to go check and see if that was my mistake or theirs. Oh, that sucks. I'm gonna have to return it. All right, well anyways, this beautiful color is called, wow, I'm really distracted. That's really weird. I feel like maybe that must have been their mistake because I was ordering all on the same page. Anyways, sorry about that. This color is called, I know it was on here, Mulberry. And my second color is called Amethyst, kind of like a dark purple. And my third color is called Sapphire. So very Julie tones, and these are very Nadine colors. In fact, my favorite shawl is actually these 3 colors together. But I thought that I would do something a little bit out of my comfort zone, a little bit out of my color palette, and I chose this color, which is called, I think, Citrine. Kind of like a slimy green, or yeah, toxic green kind of color, a kind of olivey yellow green. So I'll just show you. I feel like they're going to be really cool together. So yeah, I guess you can hold up each color and see what they're going to look like. There's also that black and white color trick. I don't know, have I done all the color combos? But yeah, I think it's gonna be so beautiful. Oh, I'm really bummed that this one's 8-ply. No, it's all right. That's gonna be a little bit of admin on my side here. Gonna go back and see what we can do there. Hi, Nadine from the future here. I just thought I'd jump in and say it was my bad. I did apparently order this color of Aspen in 8-ply. I don't know how I did that. I must have gone back and forth in my cart when I was trying to pick the colors. So it was my bad. So I think I've decided what I'm gonna do is I'll just keep these and use them for something else. And I'll try to find something that I already have to go with these colors. So I just thought I'd give you a little show. These are the colors. And I thought, I've got this Retrosaria Rosa Pomar Mondim that I'm 100% not using for socks anymore. So I thought that would kind of work nice. What do you guys think? Or I've got this Bio Shetland wool that I got for free from Hobie that I use with my points. So I thought that also looks kind of nice. However, I feel like this might be lace weight, but I think it'll probably still work. And last choice, I've got this mohair, woolly mohair, actually quite unknown source. I know it's Bendigo Woolen Mills, but I got it from the thrift store, so I'm not sure of its fiber content. So that's kind of lighter. I don't know if I love that one. I feel like this one might be the winner. It's more jewelly to match the other ones. Let me know what you think down below, or maybe if you think I should go for another color altogether, if I should be bothered to order another one online. Let me know. All right, back to Nadine in the past. Luckily, it doesn't start for a while. I think it starts in the beginning of October, so there's still a little while. And I ordered this on Sunday and it arrived today, Wednesday. So that's really, really fast considering it came from New Zealand. Okay, so that's my colors. So yeah, like I said, I wanted something a little bit different. Yeah, it's not crazy different, but it's just different enough with this green that I think it's gonna be really fun. I'm super excited. I loved learning all the new stitches and all the different techniques, and yeah, his videos were super great and helpful, and he's just a creative genius. I mean, look at this. Look at these holes here. Who knows what this one's gonna have in store, but yeah, I know it's just gonna be really fun. I'm getting a little bit warm. I may have to take this off soon. Let me just open it up a little bit. Okay, so that was all about Stephen West, or West Knits Mkal 2025. Let me know down in the comments if you're participating, what kind of color palette you chose. Okay, so for my whip, I am knitting the Felix Pullover, the second one that I've knit. And I've also knit 3 of the cardigans, and I'm using the cardigan pattern to make a pullover again. So here it is. This color is incredible. I love it so much. This is Stolen Stitches, Nua, worsted, by Carol Feller. And it is 60% merino, 20% yak, and 20% linen, and 100% amazing. It's so soft. I think it's probably the softest yarn that I've ever used. I love the little bits, the little white bits of linen in there. And I was a bit worried that I was gonna be playing yarn chicken, because I thought I bought 6 of these, but I actually found another one, so I have 7. So I 100% am gonna have enough yarn. So I have done the sleeves, both sleeves. There, and I'm at the body, and I still have to go back and do the ribbing for the neck after. So yeah, I think I've got 3 balls left, so I'm gonna knit 2 more balls, and with the last ball, I'm gonna go ahead and do this first, and then continue on with the bottom of the body and see how, you know, how long my sweater will be, just based on how much yarn I have. And I do like to keep a little bit in case I get a hole eventually, although I think it does also look cute with visible mending if you use a different yarn. That color was called Sea Veggies. What else can I say about it? Now that I'm knitting in the round, I'm knitting Continental, and it's super fun, super easy. Oh yeah, because it's worsted, I had to make the yoke a little bit deeper, so I did an extra repeat to make it wide enough. Long enough, deep enough in the yoke. And it's actually quite wide, but I think that's fine. It's gonna be a little bit oversized. And the sleeves were, I'll show you. Because I've done the sleeves, I can try on the sleeve. The sleeves were more fitted, but that was my choice. I did decreases every 10 rows, I think, which is different from the pattern. But yeah, I'm very excited. It's so beautiful. And I think the Felix pattern is, you know, definitely my most worn knits, the cardigan and the pullover, so I'm excited to have another one. Okay, so my new cast on is a pair of socks, and it is from, whoops. Okay, I think we're gonna take this off, it's getting a little warm. It is from the first edition of 52 Weeks of Socks, and the pattern is called, I wrote it down, Kaverna Socks, and the designer is Rachel Coopey. So here's how I'm going. I've only just started. I cast it on the cuff. I normally like to do my socks toe up, but I'm just gonna follow the pattern. I don't really feel like wrapping my head around doing it backwards. So I've cast it on, and the 2 sizes are, one is 70 stitches and one is 77. So I cast it on first to 77. I was like, wow, that's gonna be way too big. I guess I've got really narrow ankles, so I feel like that's gonna be way too big to stay up on my foot. So I went down and did the 70. Even though I have like a lady's 8.5 size shoe, I feel like that's going to be good. And then as I get to do the rest of the sock, like around the foot, if I feel like it's too tight, I think I'll try to add on some stitches somewhere in the heel. And oh yeah, I also kind of want to do a short row heel because I really don't like the look of a heel flap and gusset. I know a lot of people do, but I don't know. I really prefer the look of a short row heel or a afterthought heel. Just, yeah, I don't know. It's just my personal preference. This yarn, like I said, I dyed these together. Can you tell? So this yarn is from Wild Earth as well, and it is the 80% merino, 20% Lincoln. And when I dyed it last week, I was amazed that when it was drying, the yarn was curly. It almost looked like those ramen noodles from when you frog a sweater, but that's just how it dyed. And I was like, oh, that's really weird. And last week I said, maybe the Lincoln sheep is curly. Well, here's a photo of the Lincoln sheep and look at its little curly locks. So I guess that's what happened and that's why it went curly, but I just wrapped it in the ball and now that it's come out, it's kind of, yeah, it's straightened out. Okay, so the reason I'm using this sock yarn, which was gifted to me by my lovely viewer, Kate, thank you so much again, Kate, and she was also wanting to knit socks with no nylon, non-superwash yarn. And in my journey to do so, like I've been trying since I guess January, and I'm not having a lot of luck. The Mondim has had holes, the onion nettle sock has had holes. And so another viewer last week, hold on, I wrote down her name as well. I think it's Bridget. Let me just double check. Yes, one of my viewers last week named Bridget, she recommended a podcast to me that is called Beans and Skeins. So thank you so much. I did go ahead and watch that video. She said that last week she also made a video about knitting with no nylon, non-superwash yarn. However, she did like a big scientific review. So she knit, I think, I can't remember, maybe 5 identical socks with identical needles, and one was with one was with nylon and the rest weren't. And then she tested them out in her shoes. So she did like a proper scientific study, and she actually had a lot of good luck, even with the Mondim, which in my case is, I think, the worst, giving me the worst holes I've ever seen. I patched up all my holes and all the patches have torn off and there's new holes everywhere and it's just a disaster. So I was watching hers and she was talking about felting and she was talking about her needle size, and I kind of had like a little bit of a light bulb moment. Just recently, I went from a 2.5 millimeter, Bear, it's okay. Sorry if my dog scared you. Up to a 2.75. And the reason I did that was when I was knitting the Crestpedia socks by Andrea Mowry, my socks were coming out so small and I don't really feel like I'm a tight knitter. So I bought the 2.75 and then those socks look much better. But, so yeah, since then I've just been using those 2.75 needles. I think because I got shorties and I was really enjoying the shorties, but I thought maybe my gauge is too loose and that's what's causing the holes. So before I casted these on, I went in my room and I found I still have a ChowGoo 2.75 millimeter sock needles. Unfortunately, they're not the shorties. They're, so I'm gonna do Magic Loop, which is not the end of the world, but just not as fast as shorties. So yeah, so I'm thinking maybe that's it. And in her video, she talked a lot about felting, about this yarn was felting. And in my head, I kept thinking it probably would be good if it felted because that would give it more protection from getting holes. So yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts? Yeah, this pattern is really pretty. I'll put the photo up here if I didn't already. It's got a nice little kind of lacy, cabley, more cabley I think than lacy pattern in it. And yeah, I'm excited to knit a pretty pair of socks. Well, they look so cute with this dress. Okay, another knitting podcast that caught my eye this week was by Edible Thoughts Makes, and she was sharing a bunch of her sewing as well, and she let me know about this pattern called The Orchard, and it is a top and a dress by Helen's Closet, and it is a free pattern. She had made a whole bunch of these and they were super cute. She even had, I I didn't see the dress, but she also did this top and put a little ruffle on it, which is kind of like this book I showed last week where you can add ruffles to your tops. So yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you. It is for free, so I've printed it out. I haven't cut it out and taped it together yet, but I'm very excited to do that. And I'm probably gonna sew it in this, well, not just this pillowcase, but if you remember, if you've seen my video, you'll know that I bought a whole set from Facebook Marketplace, a duvet cover that came with 3 pillows, and it is 100% linen from Home Republic. And yeah, I think a singlet, or a singlet in Australia, tank top in North America, would look super cute in this color. So I'm very excited to give that a try. Is that all I have to chat about today? I think it is. So let me know if you're participating in the Stephen West Knits 2025 Mystery Make Along MusiKAL. Let me know down below, is this gonna be your first time participating? Have you already done a few Stephen West shawls? How many have you done? Have you participated in every single one? I think there are people out there. So I would highly recommend it. Hopefully it's gonna turn out to be a really nice one. I'm excited. Oh, this yarn smells really yummy. And yeah, it's really fun on Ravelry that there's like a group that you can join and you share your things along the way, and people are really positive in the group, and yeah, it's just really fun. And also on Instagram, you know, it's really fun to use the hashtag. And what else can I say? Stephen West, I love him. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Please remember to give me a like if you like the video, and to subscribe if you haven't already. I do these videos every week. Next week, I will probably be finished this pullover, most likely, and I'll have some progress made on those socks. Obviously, I'm not gonna start this until October. How can I? There's no clue yet. And oh yes, next week, I wanted to also share a little bit of crochet. I recently bought some secondhand, I guess those crochet magazines, and I'm really excited to share with you a little bit about crochet next week. So thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.